Pre-game boogie down here at the KFC Yum Center. What should be an entertaining back-and-forth basketball game between SMU and number 20 Louisville, the first of two meetings between the Mustangs and the Cardinals this season. Mustangs 3 quad 1 wins already, which is as many quad 1 wins as they've totaled in the previous 5 seasons. So as we head toward February, Joel Lenardi has them as a 7 seed in Louisville, a 6. These teams are maybe a ways away from the top of the ACC, but certainly both could play themselves into a double bye down the stretch. Samet Igutolu and Sedan Defru, and Fru wins the tip for Louisville. Thrown up by Bert Smith alongside Matt Potter and Eric Lewis, our officials for the Saturday afternoon game. And almost a brilliant start for Louisville as Ryan Conwell found an open Fru, couldn't convert at the rim. Quick 3. SMU gets on the board with Jerron Pierre Jr. coming off an ACC high 28 in their win over Florida State Saturday. Pierre, one of the purest scorers in all of college basketball with 4 to shoot. Hadley's all over him. Washington a 3. That's a great sign for a struggling Corey Washington, and SMU has the first 2 triples. Woolley motors down the lane, and Adrian Woolley has the first Louisville bucket. Great look here. Conwell rims it out, and the Cards have started 0 for 3 from deep. Pierre on a hard charging drive. Gets fouled by Woolley and scores it. Drive and kick. Hadley for Brown. Off the shot fake. That ball's deflected and grabbed by B.J. Edwards, the ACC steals leader. SMU's gone to the freshman Jaden Toombs underneath. He makes a great catch and then loses the ball to Fru. The big man runs the floor and delivers a dime to Hadley.
Winning plays by running the floor hard ahead of the ball.
Edwards drains a triple in front of the Louisville bench. B.J. Edwards has been red hot from deep of late. 3 straight games of 3 made threes or more. A young man who used to be frightened to shoot. Terrible turnover by Brown. SMU with an early edge. Miller all alone. Peterson starting to get a little healthier in their recent NBA mock draft. Projected number 1, Debonsa 2, Ali Khalifa.
And you have to be at the level of the screen with him. Otherwise, he's just going to float to the perimeter and knock down triples.
Typically not much of a score. That's 7 straight with a 3 for Khalifa. And how about Washington? Khani Rooths is off the bench with Khalifa and Brown for Louisville, along with Conwell and Woolley. And another turnover. That's 3 for Mikel Brown. Inside Edwards.
I said, how many is the most you've ever made in a row? He said, 941.
941? Brown will get to the line with a bucket. Here's Khalifa, who is one of the gifted passers in all of college basketball. 7 foot 250, and another turnover leads to a slam for Edwards. Come from Brown.
Roots and Khalifa, both experienced.
Louisville has not led. Brown around the big man Igutolu. McNeely from Khalifa. On a good looks for Louisville, and Rogers crashed the glass, and he draws a foul. There are no 5'11" point guards that average 4 assists in the NBA. You better be an elite distributor, and he has been this year, nearly 7 a game. Hadley shakes free inside for 2. Gives it up to Rogers. Great find by Rogers. McNeely hits it. His first 3. And a timeout SMU. It's the highest rate of 3-point attempts in Division I. Igutolu finds Boopy Miller. Miller floats it home. He's got 5 with a couple of assists. Off a Miller 3. First offensive rebound for SMU. It's Igutolu, a 7-2 sophomore with a beautiful finish over Fru.
You can put pressure on the rim. You don't have to just have this. 7'2" on the offensive glass on the weak side. Points in the paint will be important as the game goes on. Now there's going to be some matchups on the floor that they're going to challenge off the bounce. Just like Mikel Brown is going to challenge in transition.
Edwards takes it to Mikel Brown off the bench, and a pretty fadeaway for B.J. Edwards gives him a team-high 9. Davis Ray with a foul.
You know, Kevin, I would say Boopie's been their best player, but B.J. Edwards lately has been so impressive. He gets the switch in the two-man game on one side of the
win this year. Only guy with more is Cameron Boozer with 4. Zugris, good feed to Hadley.
Yeah, Davis Ray's got to drop down and tag that, take that backdoor cut. That's a great job playing in the middle third by Louisville.
Into the freshman Toombs, trying to feed Washington.
Like that. Hadley does his job right there. That's an excellent job dropping down on the weak side.
Conwell hasn't been able to shake free much in the game. He does here with the offhand. Miller drives it. Tough angle shot won't go. And Zugris has the ball in his hands, leading the break. Rogers. Conwell again. Finally! One of the great three-point shooters in the country finally delivers for Louisville. Jaden Toombs quiets the crowd. Conwell 3. Oh, what a follow! Khani Rooths flying high.
A contested 3 by Conwell, and then Rooths sends it in.
Edwards rolls around and gets stripped. Rooths ahead to Rogers. Looking for an open shooter. Khalifa will find an open dunker. And Khani has uprooted the middle of the Mustang D. Miller for Yigitolu. Isolated with Khalifa. Yigitolu with a little forearm shove and a left-handed finish. Roots. That was a mistake. Ryan Conwell with as easy a look as he'll have all year. Only 2 bench points for SMU. They have 5 starters who average double figures.
Zone by Louisville out of the timeout.
Edwards penetrates it, and Edwards, son of the 6-time NBA All-Star. Hadley gets deep and rattles it in. Back off the bench, immediately scores. He's got 8. There was an all-undervalued ACC team nationally. Javon Hadley will be on it. Yigitolu again, he's 3 for 3. Put the ball on the ground and still scored it. Miller on the drive. Tough finish by Boopie Miller. Some extra English to whirl it home.
When you're a smaller guard, you got to know how to have creative finishes at the rim.
Hadley inside, denied by Yigitolu. Of a high-flying first half, as expected. Frew knocked away too easy by Yigitolu. Frew is late to get back. And Edwards just steps his way to the basket. 13 points for the surging B.J. Edwards. Conwell, top of the key 3. Rogers again, that's his 2nd offensive rebound.
You know you're in sync with your head coach when you know which plays you want.
Not that play. Through! Terminated.
Zone.
Woolley. Rogers, beg your pardon. Rogers on a step through, rolls it home. What an electric first half. They were outscored in the paint by Duke 42-10. Jaron Pierre Jr. had 5 of the first 8, and that's his first bucket since. McNeely had a cold first half, and he runs right into Conwell. Double corner.
McNeely's a catch and shoot, and they do a really good job of closing out his space.
Brown with a 3, his 2nd. Rebound bounces to Toombs. Miller passes up a 3 and banks in a difficult 2 to put SMU back in front. Louisville and SMU 6 and 7 seeds in the current bracketology projections. That's 8 ACC teams. The season after they had 4. Khani Rooths with a bucket, and once again, Louisville has a chance to take its first lead. Great game between SMU and number 20 Louisville. Miller motors and puts it in. He's got 15.
Such a good mid-range. He drives right into that post-up, and Toombs just hangs onto the post-up to create space.
How about the back cut? Khalifa to McNeely. McNeely's playing like a big today. Can SMU assert a little physicality? Edwards, that's a tough shot defended by McNeely. Grabbed by Rooths. Down the floor. Rogers, and finally, Louisville is on top. Igutolu turns it over for the 4th time. Woolley, Rooths, Rogers, McNeely, yes! Khalifa, shot clock is down to 5. McNeely, deep one, way short. And then 2 Louisville players are down, including Kobe Rogers, who grabbed his head. Well, right here with a shove against Rogers. And then Rooths went flying over Rogers. The Louisville crowd loves its second half defensive intensity. Walters does shake free for 3 this time. It's his second. Edwards got a little bump by Frew. Igutolu was there. Miller grabbed it. Igutolu gets it. 7 straight for the Mustangs. Brown again with a switch on Walters, and Brown just buries him.
Really nice job of recognizing a mismatch.
Miller, coast to coast. Igutolu with a putback and a foul.
What a rebound.
They have answered the rock fight with a couple of boulders of their own. Conwell rolling in. Conwell with a 3-point opportunity.
Right here. It's because look at the activity on the opposite side of the floor. It allows Conwell to have a one-on-one, which he recognizes. He attacks that top foot, no help on the baseline, and just...
Khalifa looking for Hadley. Tough pass over the top. It's back to Khalifa for 3. He got it! Exactly how Pat Kelsey drew up the possession. Here's Khalifa. That's good. Soft touch. 55 mark of the first half. McNeely at 3. Off the back rim, Hadley slaps it out to Conwell, who's fouled by Edwards. That's the 4th foul on Edwards. SMU with 7 assists, 14 turnovers, and a really tough shot. Washington does stick it back up and in. He's got 13. Brown lobs it for Rooths. Oh! He sticks it home off the back of the rim. All half long.
The vision by Brown and the athleticism by Rooths.
Brown deflates the possession a little. Steps back 3. Oh, he sticks it!
Zone.
Brown. McNeely. Slow this down.
Especially the way they played in the second half.
Yes. McNeely again. Bangs it home. And once again, Louisville's supposed to look like. Miller. Top shot goes for Boopy. How concerned are you about the depth? Obviously, they don't play the bench much. How much do they need to in the final month plus?
I think you need 7 or 8 guys, and I think they have that. I think Walters has to come along. I certainly think Jaden Toombs is doing his job, and Mitchell Holmes is getting some late action here, his second appearance.
Miller puts in a 3. They'll feed Washington, who misses a late 3. Into the hands of Khani Rooths. That completes a double-double, 12 and 10 for Rooths. And the Louisville Cardinals storm back in the second half. Their largest comeback win this season, from 12 down to 14 up. Louisville wins 88-74.